The doorbell rang just as the autumn rain started pattering against the windows of Mike's suburban house in suburban Chicago. I shook off my wet jacket on the porch, my backpack heavy with textbooks for our AP history cram session. But when the door swung open, it wasn't Mike standing there. It was his older brother, Jordan, shirtless and fresh from a workout, his easy grin sending an unexpected jolt through me that I couldn't quite place. "Varek, right? Mike's running late from soccer practice," he said, stepping aside to let me in. And in that moment, as our hands brushed while he took my coat, I felt the first crack in the comfortable world I'd built around my secrets. Jordan led me into the living room, where the scent of fresh coffee mingled with the faint aroma of his cologne. He was 22, home from college for the semester break, studying engineering at Northwestern. I'd heard Mike talk about him endlessly, how Jordan was the family golden boy, captain of his high school football team back in the day, always the one who had it all together. But seeing him up close was different. His dark hair was tousled, and his blue eyes held a depth that made small talk feel profound. "Make yourself at home," he said, pouring me a mug. "Mike said you guys are buried in that Revolutionary War unit. Need any help? I aced that class." I nodded, trying to focus on unpacking my notes, but my mind wandered. I'd known I was gay since middle school, but in our conservative neighborhood, where church picnics and Friday night football games defined life, I'd kept it locked away. Mike was my best friend since kindergarten. We shared everything from video game cheats to dreams of escaping to big cities after graduation. Coming out to him felt impossible. What if it ruined us? As Jordan sat across from me, asking about my college plans, his questions felt genuine, not obligatory. He laughed at my jokes, shared stories of his own awkward high school days, and suddenly, the wait for Mike didn't feel so tedious. When Mike finally burst through the door an hour later, drenched and apologetic, the dynamic shifted. "Sorry, dude. Coach made us run extra laps." He slapped Jordan on the back. "Don't bore Varek with your college tales, bro." But Jordan just smirked and excused himself to shower, leaving me with a lingering sense of something unfinished. We dove into studying, Mike's energy pulling me back to normalcy, but every creak from upstairs reminded me of Jordan. By the time I left that night, the rain had stopped, but a storm was brewing inside me. The next few weeks blurred into a routine of study sessions at Mike's house. Our group grew to include a couple other classmates, but Jordan was always around, fixing snacks, joining in on debates about historical figures, his presence like a magnet. One evening, after everyone else had gone, Mike crashed early for a game the next day, leaving Jordan and me alone in the kitchen. "You're pretty sharp, Varek," he said, leaning against the counter. "Mike says you're aiming for Ivy League. What's your story?" I opened up more than I intended, about my parents' high expectations, my fear of disappointing them, the pressure of being the only child in a family of overachievers. Jordan listened, really listened, sharing how he'd felt the same before coming out to his family 2 years ago. "Wait, what?" My heart stopped. "You're gay," I whispered, the word feeling foreign in the quiet house. He nodded, his expression steady. "Yeah, it was rough at first. Dad didn't speak to me for weeks. Mom cried a lot. But Mike, he was my rock. Said it didn't change a thing." Envy twisted in my gut. Mike knew, and he was cool with it? Jordan's vulnerability cracked something in me. "What about you?" he asked gently, as if sensing my turmoil. I hesitated, then admitted it the first time I'd said it out loud. "I think I am too, but I can't tell anyone, especially not Mike." Jordan's hand on my shoulder was reassuring, not pushy. "It's your timeline, Varek, but hiding eats at you." That night, as I biked home under the streetlights, his words echoed, stirring a mix of hope and terror. Our conversations deepened. Stolen moments during study breaks turned into late-night texts. Jordan shared books on queer history, recommended podcasts that made me feel less alone. But guilt gnawed at me. Mike noticed my distraction. "You okay, man? You've been zoning out." I brushed it off, but the secrecy weighed heavy. One afternoon, Jordan and I were in the backyard, tossing a football while Mike was inside. "I like talking to you," Jordan confessed, his voice low. More than I should, maybe. My pulse raced. Me too. It was innocent. A brush of hands, a shared look, but it felt electric. Yet, the reality hit. Jordan was Mike's brother. If things went further, it could shatter everything. Society's whispers loomed. Our town wasn't progressive. Rumors could destroy reputations. And what about college? Jordan was heading back soon. Was this just a fleeting crush? Tensions rose when Mike invited me to a family barbecue. Jordan's ex, a guy from college, showed up unannounced, stirring jealousy I hadn't anticipated. Watching them talk amicably, I felt like an outsider. Later, Jordan pulled me aside. That's over. Ancient history. But doubt crept in. Was I ready for this? The evening ended with Mike clapping me on the back. You're like family, Varek. His words stung with irony. As midterms approached, our study sessions intensified, but so did the undercurrents. One night, after Mike dozed off on the couch, Jordan and I sat on the porch. I want to kiss you, he whispered. Panic surged. We can't. Mike's right there. But the pull was undeniable. We didn't, but the almost moment lingered, fueling dreams and dilemmas. The first major conflict erupted at school. A classmate, overhearing a vague conversation, started a rumor about Mike's brother influencing the study group. Whispers turned to stares. Mike defended Jordan fiercely, but I stayed silent, terrified of being outed. People are idiots, Mike said. Jordan's awesome no matter what. His loyalty made my secrecy feel like betrayal. Jordan noticed my withdrawal. Are you ashamed? He asked one evening. No, it's just complicated. We argued about timing risks my fears. He pushed for honesty. I clung to caution. Love isn't convenient, Varek, he said. But was it love? Or infatuation amplified by forbidden fruit? The turning point came during a heated family dinner I was invited to. Mike's dad, a stern veteran, made an offhand comment about those parades downtown ruining family values. Jordan tensed but stayed quiet for Mom's sake. Later, alone, he vented to me. I hate pretending. His pain mirrored mine, drawing us closer. In a moment of recklessness, we shared our first kiss in the garage, soft, tentative, world-shifting. But guilt crashed in immediately. What if Mike found out? The kiss changed everything. Days blurred with stolen glances and hurried texts. But the high was laced with paranoia. Mike sensed something off. You've been weird lately, Varek. Spill it. I dodged, claiming stress from applications. But lies piled up, straining our friendship. Jordan and I met secretly. A park bench at dusk, a coffee shop in the next town. This sneaking around sucks, he admitted. But I get it. You're not out. The word haunted me. My parents were loving but traditional. Dad a lawyer, Mom a teacher, both active in church. Coming out could fracture that. And Mike? He'd been my confidant for years. Hiding a relationship with his brother felt like the ultimate deception. Society added fuel. Our high school had a no-tolerance policy for bullying, but slurs still flew in locker rooms. A gay kid last year transferred after harassment. Was I strong enough? One weekend, Jordan invited me over under the guise of helping with a project. Mike was at a tournament. We talked for hours about dreams, fears, favorite movies. Laughter flowed easily, but so did deeper confessions. I came out in college because I couldn't breathe anymore, Jordan said. But high school? Brutal. His story emboldened me, but doubt lingered. What if Mike hates me for this? He won't. He loves you like a brother. Irony again. As we parted, his hug lingered, sparking warmth I'd never known. But returning home, Mom's innocent question, "How's Mike?" twisted the knife. Conflict escalated when Mike confronted me at school. Dude, Jordan's been asking about you a lot. What's up? My heart pounded. Nothing. Just advice on colleges. He bought it, but suspicion flickered. That night, Jordan pushed. Tell him, we can't build something on lies. I snapped. Easy for you. You're out. I'm not ready. Our first real fight. Voices raised in his car. Tears unspoken. Maybe this was a mistake, I said, regretting it instantly. Reconciliation came via text. Sorry, I care too much. But the rift highlighted divides. Jordan's world was freer, college friends, pride events. Mine was confined, parental oversight, peer pressure. A social media post from a mutual friend about family loyalty felt pointed, though unintentional. Paranoia grew. The plot thickened at a school event. Mike's team won, and we celebrated at a diner. Jordan joined, his foot brushing mine under the table. A risky thrill. But a classmate's joke about bromance turned awkward. Mike laughed it off, but I froze. Later, alone with Jordan, passion flared, but I pulled back. We have to stop. It's too dangerous. He looked hurt. Is it me? Or the world? Both, I thought. The argument spilled into ethics. Was pursuing love worth potential pain? Jordan argued yes. I wavered. Society's changing, Varek. But you have to choose. His words challenged my cowardice. Tensions peaked during Thanksgiving break. Mike's family hosted, including extended relatives. Uncle Bob, outspoken and conservative, ranted about woke agendas destroying America. Jordan bit back subtly, defending equality. I stayed mute, shame burning. After Jordan cornered me, "You could have said something." "I can't risk it," I replied. Hurt flashed in his eyes. "Then what are we doing?" "We broke it off that night or tried." "Friends?" he suggested, voice cracking. I nodded, but it felt hollow. Mike noticed the chill. "You and Jordan fight?" I denied, but the web tangled further. Post-break, emptiness set in. Study sessions dragged without Jordan's spark. Mike pushed me to open up. "Whatever it is, I'm here." Guilt mounted. A school assembly on inclusivity ironically amplified my isolation. Speakers shared coming-out stories, echoing Jordan's journey. Inspired, I drafted a letter to my parents, but chickened out. Jordan dated casually, news reaching me via Mike. Jealousy stung. "He's seeing some guy from class," Mike said offhand. Good for him, but it wasn't. I realized I loved him. Messy, complicated love. Yet, reconciliation seemed impossible without honesty. The climax brewed at a New Year's party Mike threw. Jordan attended, bringing his date. Seeing them together gutted me. I drank too much punch, cornered Jordan in the basement. "I miss you." Tears flowed. "Me too," he admitted. His date interrupted, but the moment reignited hope. "We need to talk to Mike," I whispered. He agreed, but fate intervened. Mike overheard snippets, piecing it together. "Wait, you and my brother?" Shock turned to anger. "How long? Why hide it?" Explanations tumbled. My fears, Jordan's patience. Mike stormed out, leaving us in limbo. Mike's silence lasted days. Texts went unanswered, our friendship fracturing under the weight of betrayal. "He needs time," Jordan assured, but doubt plagued me. Had I destroyed the one constant in my life for a romance that might not last? Society's lens magnified it. Friends dating siblings was taboo enough. Add queerness in a small town and it became scandalous. Whispers at school hinted at rumors spreading. I confronted my own demons. Nights spent journaling, weighing pros and cons. Coming out meant freedom. But at what cost? Parents' disappointment? Lost opportunities? Yet hiding perpetuated pain. Jordan supported from afar, respecting space. "I love you, Varek, but you have to decide for you." The turning point. A heart-to-heart with Mom. Not full disclosure, but probing. "What if I was different?" Her response. "We love you no matter what," gave glimmering hope. Bolstered, I sought Mike at his locker. "I'm sorry. I was scared." He sighed. "It's not that you're gay, that's fine. It's the lying. Jordan's my brother. You're my best friend. Feels like a double betrayal." Understanding dawned. My secrecy hurt more than the truth would have. We talked for hours about acceptance, boundaries. "I get it now," he said, "but give me time to adjust." Reconciliation with Mike opened doors. Jordan and I reunited cautiously, no more hiding. First date. A quiet diner, hands held under the table. Butterflies returned, minus guilt. But external conflicts loomed. Dad overheard a call, questioning my new friend. Tensions at home simmered. School brought backlash. A bully cornered me, slinging slurs. Freak. Jordan's advice, report it. I did, sparking a chain counselor sessions, awareness campaigns. Some peers supported, others distanced. Mike stood by, defending fiercely. Mess with Varek, mess with me. As winter thawed, our relationship bloomed. Weekend hikes, movie nights with Mike tagging along awkwardly at first. Family dynamics shifted. Jordan's parents knew about us. Mine remained in the dark. The disparity created friction. Tell them, Jordan urged. Secrets poison. A family trip forced the issue. Parents planned a ski weekend. I invited Jordan as Mike's brother. Suspicion arose. Dad's pointed questions about my lack of girlfriends escalated. In a heated moment I came out. I'm gay, and Jordan's my boyfriend. Silence, then chaos. Mom cried, hugging me. Dad stormed off, muttering about phases. Hurt but honest. Days of talks followed, therapy suggested, books exchanged. Acceptance crept in slowly. We want you happy, Dad admitted eventually. But not all smooth. A community event highlighted divides. A local church protested a pride float in the parade. Jordan wanted to march. I hesitated. Standing up matters, he said. I joined, Mike by our side. Counter-protesters jeered, but solidarity strengthened us. Personal growth paralleled. I applied to colleges with queer resources, dreaming of independence. Jordan transferred closer, committing. Yet, doubts lingered. Was love worth the upheaval? Society's progress clashed with pockets of hate. A major twist. Mike's girlfriend confided she suspected early. I saw the sparks. Her support normalized it. But a jealous ex of Jordan's spread online gossip, forcing us to address digital hate. Blocking, reporting modern battles. As spring arrived, harmony seemed possible. Group hangouts flowed naturally. Parents met for dinner, awkward, but civil. Love deepened, rooted in trials. Yet undercurrents persisted. A debate with friends about choosing family over romance stirred controversy. One argued blood trumps all. I countered love's equality. It mirrored our story, sparking introspection. With graduation looming, pressures mounted. College acceptances rolled in. I got into Columbia, Jordan stayed local for grad school. Distance loomed as a new threat. We'll make it work, he promised. But skepticism from friends fueled anxiety. Mike, now fully on board, joked. If you break up, I get custody of Varek. Laughter masked fears. Social conflicts intensified. A school board meeting debated LGBTQ curriculum. Jordan spoke passionately. I supported quietly. Opponents ranted about indoctrination, labeling us threats. Backlash included vandalized lockers, anonymous notes. Resilience built, but scars formed. Home front stabilized. Dad joined a support group for parents. Mom baked for Pride bake sales. Their evolution inspired. Yet, extended family divided, some embraced, others distanced. Aunt Linda's refusal to attend graduation if Jordan came hurt, highlighting societal fractures. Our relationship navigated norms. Public affection, minimal due to stares. Private moments cherished, picnics, stargazing. Emotions ran deep. Joy in acceptance, sorrow in losses. Jordan's vulnerability surfaced. I worry you'll regret this. Reassurance became ritual. A pivotal event. A queer youth rally in the city. We attended with Mike. Speeches on equality ignited passion. But a counter-protest turned volatile shouts. Shoves. Jordan shielded me. Mike de-escalated. Adrenaline-fueled, we bonded deeper. This is why we fight, Jordan said. Post-rally, reflections. Was visibility worth risk? I pondered choices, hiding versus authenticity. Mike's perspective shifted. Seeing you happy makes it worth it. His growth mirrored society's slow progress. Summer brought respite. Road trips, beach days. But a family crisis tested us. Mike's appendix burst. Hospital vigils united us. Jordan's steadiness impressed my parents. "He's good for you," Dad conceded. As departure neared, emotions peaked. Farewell parties mixed tears and toasts. Jordan's gift. A necklace with coordinates of our first kiss. "So you remember where it started." Sentimental, profound. College transition challenged. Long-distance calls, visits. Freshman year brought temptations, new crushes, parties. Loyalty wavered once. Confessed immediately. Jordan forgave, strengthening trust. "We're human." Back home. Mike updated. Town evolving. Pride flags appearing. But regressions occurred. A hate crime nearby sobered us. Our story became anecdote among friends, sparking debates on ethics of intrafamily romance. Some condemned, others romanticized. It fueled self-doubt. Did we cross lines? Anniversary marked growth. Video call toasts, promises. Love endured, but questions lingered. Years blurred, but the core remained. College forged independence. I majored in history, advocating for queer studies. Jordan pursued engineering, interning in sustainable tech. Visits bridged gaps. Love maturing amid challenges. Post-grad, we moved in together in New York, vibrant, accepting. Mike visited often, his own life flourishing with career and family. Our bond mended fully, enriched by trials. Yet, reflections on origins persisted. That study session sparked a chain, deception to disclosure, pain to peace. Society's evolution mirrored ours. Marriage equality normalized, but battles for trans rights, anti-discrimination raged on. Personal choices haunted. Hiding delayed joy. Honesty invited strife. Was the turmoil justified? In quiet moments, Jordan and I debated. "No regrets," he said. But what if Mike hadn't forgiven? Alternate paths loomed. Our story, shared at gatherings, provoked varied reactions. Admiration, criticism. Some saw romance triumphing, others unnecessary drama. As we built a life, adopting a dog, planning futures, gratitude dominated. But the initial deception lingered as a cautionary tale. Looking back, the hook that pulled me in, Jordan's grin, led to profound change. Love won, but at cost. Was it right to pursue a forbidden romance, knowing it could shatter friendships and families? Or should societal norms and loyalties always come first?